Hello everyone, welcome to a round one match of Crudy's Roulette Freestyle between Lewis and Mikuler. We've got, I think it is round one, isn't it? And I'm joined as well by JokerJ, at least for a little while.
Yeah, hello everyone.
And I hope your mic level is good. I'll wait for confirmation on that one. But just while I'm doing that, just to give a quick rundown of freestyle to anyone who's not aware. The main differences we've got between this and regular roulette is we've got unlocked disguise and kill conditions. The pairings themselves are locked, so if you've got pistol elimination with the mansion guard, for example, on Sapienza, and the green plumber and a lethal weapon throw, you can't alternate the disguise and the kill condition, but you can pick which target you want to use that on. We've got some new conditions as well. We've got the silent and loud pistol eliminations, as well as silent SMG, but not the loud one. And then we've also got lethal weapon throws now have thrown and melee conditions. Technically any as well is an option where it's unspecified. Heading off to Mumbai as map one, Joker. What kind of spins would we like to see? I
I
think you played this
like,
one earlier on.
yeah, well, normally you like to see a live Maelstrom kill, but if you have two live kills, so you like almost counter that. I mean, most of the time, I guess you'd see them done on Vanya and Rangan. And of course, Fallen Object with Vanya and Rangan as well are both, I would say, free. But yeah, and also loud AR and loud SMG kills. As earlier, I got muddled up on them, but so things like that do certainly add a bit of things to what targets you do on.
Yeah, loud kills definitely the one we want to see, at least one, especially loud live kills. They're always fun.
47. Our intel suggests
Yeah, we had it on my game earlier. Marrakesh had a loud pistol elimination. Unfortunately, I never got doing it. Life was just too good. I was just too slow. But yeah, again, it's just depending what target you want to do for it. And I'm guessing like we saw Life Valley did on Klaus. I was gonna do it on Razor, and it's different things that make this format of roulette very interesting to see how the different players like approach it.
Yeah, that's definitely what I'm finding really interesting from a spectator's point of view. It's nice that, especially on the maps with more than two targets, where you're seeing people go down alternate paths for alternate kills. Making it a lot more interesting. We're just waiting on Lewis here. He's just having some technical difficulties getting his stream live, so the spin's been delayed a touch longer. He's not the only one with internet issues. I'm hoping I stay fine here. I'm looking good so far. Touch wood.
Yeah, it should be fine.
Yeah, it's just waiting on Lewis. I'm sure he won't be too long.
Yeah, so yeah, we're just going for a run through the maps. We have Mumbai, followed by Dubai and Haven Islands. And then, if needed, we go to Marrakesh and Mendoza. We haven't seen Dubai and Haven yet, I don't think.
We've had a haven. As far as I'm aware, we've not been to Dubai as of yet.
Oh no, yeah, I haven't had a Haven.
I have.
Dubai, I think, will definitely be one of the quicker maps. I feel like I said it was Sapienza, and the two times we've had Sapienza, they've been over 10-minute spins. But I know I do think Dubai should be on the quicker side of the map pool.
Yeah, Dubai has obviously got quite a lot of disguises and potential weapons all in a reasonably close area. A few exceptions in sort of the skydive suit and the assassin disguise as well. But generally, it's quite a quick map. I have pulled some stats from RR stats as well, just to have a look at the win rates. So since we're heading to Mumbai first, we've got Lewis, who's currently just got 25%, but that is actually a draw, and he hasn't quite taken a win in Mumbai yet. And Mikuler he's got a 30% win rate, so he's won a map and drawn a map, but he has lost 3. So neither player necessarily super confident with Mumbai, but of course that's normally under normal roulette conditions rather than freestyle. So maybe freestyle is what they needed to bring that win rate up. Might make them feel a bit more confident. See if Lewis has gone live yet. No. So whilst we're waiting, I'll just run through the Mumbai banned conditions as well, since we've got some time here. So we've got consumed poison, drowning and fire kills are all banned currently for this particular game mode style, just because they're not particularly optimal on every character that you've got to kill, so it's not ideal, but anything else should go. So hopefully we get some live kills at the very least, because that does remove a few options.
Yeah, of course, talking about the drowning being banned, we know, like, I know recently it was removed from Roulette Rivals itself because drowning on Vanya can be an absolute. You get like one moment every 10 minutes, and it's a very short period. You have to do a bunch of distractions to get there. It's just a bit of a pain, you know, and most of the time you'd rather see it down Dawood or Maelstrom, so I guess that's why things like that have been banned. Consume poison as well, you know, it's doable on some targets, but if it's not doable on all targets, it's not going to add that variation as we like to see in this.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just wondering if we've had an update from Lewis yet. I can always go back to the intro screen if needed. I'm not sure how much more I've still got left I can talk about. But, I'm sure we'll be getting going anytime shortly. I can't complain too much about technical difficulties, given that I nearly had them myself.
Yeah, sometimes these unfortunate things happen. We just got to stick around and be patient for a little bit. I'm sure Lewis will fix the issue soon. We'll be getting started shortly. Lewis has given the all good as well in the chat, so he should be live soon, or now, hopefully.
I can try and turn my mic up slightly, Pidgey. Yep. I don't really know the best way, because it is technically on max volume, but I'll do it as safely as I can, so I don't blow anyone's ears off. I've gone a little bit high there, so hopefully that's a little bit better.
Lewis should be live now, or he says all good. He hasn't gone live right yet, so we should see hopefully the spin come along soon. So yeah, there's certainly some conditions like loud assault rifle, loud pistol eliminations. I'd like to see done in this, especially considering some of the pikes, you know, the Maelstrom being all the way around the slums, and with the Bricklaw, they're always in the open as well. So especially some of these louder kills, or especially loud pistol elimination, can maybe prove a bit challenging.
There we go. Yeah, I've just refreshed Lewis's stream yet, so we are live now. So now we just need to sit here and wait. I'm just waiting for a time confirmation on when we're going to go live with the first game. Our admin is good old Hans, so I'm sure he'll update shortly, and then we can get going. Go live at 10 past the hour, so in about 90 seconds we'll be ready to go. Gonna blame Lewis for this now, because that means I'm gonna have some editing work to do to get the VOD down. Yeah, so we've already discussed what we're expecting to see, so let's just keep our fingers crossed that we've had a lovely rigged Hans spin with some loud eliminations.
Yeah, as a viewer, you know, the harder conditions say do make it a nicer viewing experience too. But when you're playing, you know, it's not exactly nice to have these harder conditions in. Especially like loud assault rifle, when you mix up an assault rifle with an SMG, things like that, you know. Sometimes can have a bit of challenge, but these players have been playing longer than I have, I'm pretty sure. So hopefully there should be experience, especially in that part. So we should have a really good game on our hands.
Yeah, both players, I mean, I can give the overall win rates because I did do my research. Lewis has an overall win rate in the Roulette Rivals of just under 37%, and mikuler is just shy of 46%, so not super close. But both players definitely can take a map off their opponent here.
It's about like who you play as well. I mean, Mikula's out of his last 4 losses, 3 of them have come to Yanini, David Redstocks, and Foti. So not exactly the easiest of opponents to beat. So I sometimes think these win rates can be like you have a really hard bracket, your win rates go down obviously because the players are just good. And it is 10 past, so the
Yeah,
spin
as I
has
say,
arrived and we
nothing
missed
to
it.
shy away from. Yeah, as I say, do you want to take the spin for us?
Yeah, I'll take it. So we have target number 1 is Folding Knife Any as the Holy Man. Target 2 is Loud Pistol as the Food Vendor. And number 3 is SMG Elimination as the Painter. So we have a bit of variation here that I was hoping for. Folding Knife, I'm not that sure where it is. I'll quickly check on hit maps. But
I think there's
yeah,
a
I'm
couple.
guessing.
I think there's one in the Chawls, near where the Chawl start itself is. I think it's in
Oh,
the
yeah.
dartboard. So we're going to say, I suspect both players here with the Skywalk start just to grab the Holy Man at the beginning of his path, which we've seen already from Lewis because he did get in very quick, while Mikula has just taken that little bit of extra time to plan his route.
Yeah, and talking about the conditions quickly, it does look pretty linear. Like number 1 seems points out to be the Maelstrom. Number 3 with the paint disguise appears to be like Dawood. So we could see that more of a linear approach, and the people doing this the players doing the same with kills. But hopefully we see them doing different orders in different ways. Obviously you can do the paint for Dawood to get him in there. But yeah, I'm guessing we should see the brick elimination come out for Vanya because it's a loud pistol as well.
Well, it looks like we've seen Lewis has done the Skywalk start, grabbed the Holy Man, and is heading straight over to the Chawls where he can grab the folding knife. So I'm wondering if he's planning on using this particular. Oh, he has got red guns. So he's not quite distracted these guys, which has unfortunately made him rip there. I think he might be trying to take the Holy Man folding knife for a quick kill on the Maelstrom. I'm suspecting we'll probably see Loud Pistol most likely on, I would probably say Dawood, personally, looking at it, just because I think he's a bit easier to get into a soundproof area, or at least in an area where you can quickly box. Vanya obviously in the train yard, it's not the best area for loud weapons.
But then we could talk about that.
It's not an elimination, is it, actually? So it is just a regular loud pistol kill, which does make it that little bit easier, actually.
Yeah, and with the paint disguise being there, we might actually see that the fact that they just go for Dawood with the SMG elimination, just purely because of how close the disguise is to it, to him as well, which could be a factor. So yeah, I think the folding knife would be done on Maelstrom with the Holy Man being close to him and all that, so that makes sense. Then 2 and 3, I guess we might see some variation from the players.
Yeah, I'm also thinking, how easy is it to get a food vendor? I'm not entirely sure how difficult that is. I know of a couple of locations where there's a couple of relatively easy ones, but I wouldn't describe them as super easy. I don't know if there's any free disguises.
There is a free one in the laundry area, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, in the bottom where the
beneath
foreman's apartment is.
Yeah, right.
For there's a free disguise.
Yeah, so that's not too bad in that case. Then both players look like they've. I think they've brought either a crow or a lockpick with them, which doesn't make that too much of a chore. And so they've already split up here. So we have both seen the Maelstrom isolation from the Skywalk start. We've seen Mikula has grabbed the Holy Man and is heading straight over to Dawood's tower. So whether or not he has the folding knife in hand, but he has also got his SMG. So he might be getting Dawood whilst he is still in his tower, so he can do the brick law on Vanya potentially.
Yeah, no, you could actually the folding knife on Dawood is actually very valid, and you can do the loud pistol onto the Maelstrom pretty easy. I showcased the trick, and you can shoot him through the bathroom windows where you isolate him, and most of the time, as Hitman, it's not always 100% of the time, he will not get found. So a loud kill on the Maelstrom is not exactly the end of the world in that regard.
Yeah, I mean there is also the option if you're willing to sort of be a little bit slower, you can actually KO the two. Oh, I think one of them is a metalworker and the other one might just be a regular civilian at the end of the corridor where you isolate him. And you can actually, if you are quick enough, you can pistol shot and box the maelstrom before the panicking thugs come around the corner. It's a little bit slower of an option, but it is an option that is very much, it's a little bit more safe than your shoot through the window, but it is a lot slower. So I guess it depends how far into the spin we are, whether or not players decide safety is preferable over speed. So we've seen Lewis has the first kill down as well, so he did go and use the folding knife as the holy man. As currently mikuler is causing a little bit of panic everywhere. But he has
he went there to get his briefcase.
Yeah, which I think had another trank in, so I think that leaves him with, I think he had 2 tranquilizers in his SMG now. I'm not sure if Lewis smuggled anything. I didn't see. I'm not sure I've seen him pick anything up. Oh no, he did. He had it at the little homeless tent, I think it's called.
Yeah, the
I
homeless
assume that was a trunk.
Get out of here, shouldn't I?
So, yeah, with the roughly same in-game time, Lewis does have that kill on the maelstrom already. I'm guessing we're seeing both go to the paints area now.
Yeah, that's where we're seeing mikuler already. He's just tranked the bodyguard who's in there, and he's just going to climb through and I assume KO the painter.
Yeah, and if you do get the glue from downstairs, you can obviously just alert Darwood, and he does come straight down. So you know, it's different to the brick law, and I do like different laws other than the brick law, which you do see a lot on Mumbai. So this actually, the competition, as I say, does add that variation that we all love to see on this, and this could be one of the spins where we do get that slight variation.
Yeah, so I think Lewis might be instead opting to go for Dawood in the I'm not sure what the floor is, but sort of like the penthouse sort of floor where his guards are watching a cricket game. It's not, I suppose it's not a penthouse, that's the one beneath, but just the sort of under construction area at the top there, where Dawood goes for a fairly isolated phone call. He's just having a quick look at the map to see where Dawood is currently, I think, there, or where the painter is even.
Mr. Hussain, ready at last.
Meanwhile, we've got mikuler who has gone for the paint law, so he's just got to wait for Dawood to slowly make his way down. But I definitely think it's a good choice.
Yeah, he does have the holy man this guy's done it as well. So if he wants to do the folding knife kill, he can. If he wants to do the SMG elimination kill, he can. Yes, he would do the SMG elimination kill just because it is that slightly bit easier. I feel like then possibly do the folding knife onto the maelstrom.
Yeah, I'm assuming he's going to go for the... I'm not sure actually. I mean, I would have said the SMG elimination normally. But of course he can't do the elimination on the maelstrom anymore because he has taken the maelstrom down. So maybe he's planning on the loud pistol for the maelstrom, and the folding knife might even be for Vanya potentially.
And he's left the guard on the floor. I'm guessing that's to get him in there.
He's tranked, but that might cause a little bit of a fuss. But I think he's done that because it will get Dawood in the room, and it does leave. It doesn't leave. But I think he wanted to keep a. I think he wanted to keep a slot in the cupboard. Because obviously there's obviously only 2 slots in that room, so I think he went to try and do that. Because if you leave Dawood in the paint room, his guards, of course, with them being VIP guards, will find him quite quickly.
Yeah, but you know, you can always put him in the corner of the room. You can, because it's a tranked guard. Possibly move him outside by the stairs and the lift, because that is an area that you always see. Lewis with a big rush on the elevator should be fine with that. But I definitely feel it would have been safer just to hide the guard either outside, because of course when Dawood notices the body, he does panic his guards as well. So you know, there's always that added risk. We saw mikuler's taken, it didn't work out for him, unfortunately.
Yeah, so we've seen Lewis has now got the painter, but he didn't trigger the painter's lure, so I think he might be going for a brick lure. and he's gone in just to grab the disguise and get out.
So we could see the SMG kill onto Vanya. Because if you get it onto Rang, it would have made more sense, in my opinion, to do it inside the building while you're there. Yeah, of course there is food vendors along here, which you normally do isolate when using the Snell strat onto Dawood. So you might be doing that just purely to get the food vendor disguise.
Yeah, I actually forgot the taxi drivers were classed as food vendors when I said that they were quite difficult before. I now realise that's not true at all. They're actually incredibly easy. There we go. But, he's not gone for a food vendor currently. I think he might be heading just to go and send up the purple smoke with the brick law. I mean, he could have used a closer furnace. I think he wants to use this one because it leaves him nice and close to get the guards by the shipping container isolated. And then he's just got to make the decision of whether or not he wants the SMG elimination for Vanya, which he might well do. I think it's probably the decision I'd make, and I'd probably go loud pistol on Darwin personally. Although
Yeah.
he does have quite a lot of choices actually, because it is quite easy to sort of force Vanya into a corner, but obviously there's no escape. Super convenient to run away and take a pistol snipe. Obviously a loud pistol is not going to have a great deal of accuracy either, so he has got to be a little bit careful.
You sure do dress the part, mister.
Vanya's guards are of course quite a ways back, so he's got to do a couple of little bump lures. As we see, Mikuler's just doing the same thing again. He's slightly faster, I think, this time than he was the time before, but go in and grab the paint and the disguise again.
Yeah, and Lewis being in the paint disguise does suggest that he will be doing that SMG elimination kill now. And but he knocks her out actually, so I was wrong. He's going to be doing the loud pistol kill onto her. I don't know where he's going to escape though to get, unless he shoots it from back here, possibly, so no one goes and investigates her body and then escapes boat. That would be my one guess to what he's going to do in terms of that kill.
Yeah, I mean, he could. He probably, because the two metal workers who are in the forge where he placed the brick, they do go back into that building eventually. So he possibly might just drag Vanya into some of the foliage nearby to cover her body, so he's a little bit closer at the time he shoots. Or he might just take the shot from far enough away that hopefully the panic guards won't be near enough to her body, and he's relatively close to an escape at least.
I was just trying to deal with the Dawood isolation. Or kill even, of course, being a SMG elimination kill, it has to be live, obviously.
Yeah, Hughes is just saying he could wait for the train escape, which surely has to be worth a bonus point if he can pull that off. So that would be quite something if he could get that, as well as the loud pistol kill. That I would love to see.
They are right next to each other, so it is actually probably one of the better options, if anything, to do that. Obviously, it is being the closest exit to that kill in particular. So,
yeah, so it's seeing what has started to become quite a common Dawood isolation. I think it was Ducker, wasn't it, who might have brought this to the table.
yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, you're going to snail the vendor and all of the Dawood's bodyguards. At least I think so. Has he missed? Has he missed one of them there?
No, he's got all of them.
No, he's missed the one, but he can, of course.
Don't have a GRB, please. Yeah, get him down.
He knows to panic, and he's just got to hit the Q prompt. Easier said than done. It does only appear briefly. That's not a Q prompt for him. He's on console, but there we go. Yeah, pulled that off. I would say without a hitch, a little bit of a hitch, but one that was definitely manageable. And he's of course got the food vendor already down for him to go for the loud pistol, which he has in hand. So now we get to see what his plan is here. As we see, Mikuler has now done the Painter's Lure, but where Dawood stands is just slightly too far back, I think, for him to get behind for the SMG elimination. So he's just trying
the
to
only
get him to
he
move.
could throw distraction, but I think the only way to get him to move. Oh yeah, no, the front shot hasn't been move. I was about to say you might actually do like the mission story painting itself to get him to move, but no, he has got off hopefully.
Yeah, he's got the
Yeah,
kill
he gets
down.
them off.
So he's probably going to go and dump him down the elevator.
Elevator shot. Yeah.
The train is actually here, and Lewis, he got the pistol shot, but he instantly went red guns, I think, from the thug on the stairs. It's unfortunate there, so that has gone advantage Mikuler. It's gone from a major Lewis advantage. He looked like he was very much on the final straight. But yeah, that thug is very attentive. He's got a really... well, as soon as that loud either pistol or explosive goes off, his view cone just goes crazy. Fanny was saying it was a metal worker. I thought it was the thug on the stairs, but it could have been either or.
Yeah, I think he let her walk too far. As I was saying, her and didn't bother dragging her body. So when the metal workers instantly turned around, they actually saw her body, and that's what ripped him. So unfortunate, but again, it's one of them learning things. You slowly learn. Like in Son of Fortuna, when you shoot the camera box, you can get spotted through the window. It's just them things that you slowly learn as you play this game. Mikuler has got the kill on Orangan, as we've seen. Getting to the body with body guys, or Holy Guns guys even. I'm guessing to go get the kill on the folding knife kill on either the Maelstrom or Vanya. I'm guessing it would be on the Maelstrom, and then we would see a loud pistol kill done onto Vanya and another attempt at that.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's, I mean, I personally would go for the loud pistol food vendor on the Maelstrom, if I'm honest. I know you did unfortunately use an SMG instead of an AR, but it did work perfectly. Other than that fact.
I cannot wait to see that new Rangan movie.
Yeah, I always think I've always thought the HX10 was a AR. I don't know why, just it looks like it, you know, for me it does at least. So I was like, oh my god, as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh my god, AR, I know what that is, I can just get that and use it, but unfortunately no.
I think I nearly made a similar mistake in RRWC when I played, and I think in the end before I actually made the kill, I might have just about saved my own backside by just checking the intel screen, because it will tell you if you've it'll tell you the sort of weapon category if you check the intel screen, which is a sort of useful thing to know, as simple as that sounds, but it definitely saved me a few times. So I'm not sure what we're seeing from Mikuler here. Is he going for a food vendor there? Into that little corner? Is that, yeah, it's one of the taxi drivers, yeah. So it is another body in an area where he might be going for a loud kill, but well, he is going to trank actually, because he has got tranks aplenty, fortunately for him. So he never went back to the Maelstrom to get the Maelstrom kill first. Yeah,
and if you're doing a loud kill on one, you're right in the open, you are going to want to get that kill. So, or maybe him getting into that Holy Man Disguise now does suggest he will do the folding knife kill. Of course, it being any, they can be KO'd or live, doesn't really matter. So we could actually see the folding knife kill be done onto Vanya and the loud pistol kill done onto the Maelstrom, which I said earlier would be, I feel, the more sensible one, considering how simple a loud weapon is on the Maelstrom.
Yeah, I suppose the Maelstrom, where he's isolated, it's not super close to an exit, but if you're able to pull the shot off and keep your green guns, it should give you plenty of time to at least run to what I think the closest one is probably, if you've got the coins, it'll obviously be a taxi, but if not, I assume it's probably the default exit on the main street.
Yeah, well, I mean, whatever exit he does there, to be honest, I don't think his body could get found. I think there's a very small chance his body sometimes gets found. But other than that, I think most of the time you'll be safe. Lewis with the kill already on the maelstrom and knocking out the food vendor now instead of doing it later on.
What are the odds?
I'm guessing he's going to go up to get the paint disguise before going back down and doing the brick law.
Hey, all right.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think he's pretty much... He realised his run last time, bar the sort of little problem with the loud pistol kill. Actually, there was no problem with how he did everything else. So he might sort of follow in Mikuler's footsteps here and realise that potentially the... I was saying that no, he can't, because he does the folding knife kill, doesn't he, on the maelstrom rather than leaving him isolated. Mikuler's is letting Vanya get quite far, so maybe he plans to get her a little bit further ahead, where she goes sort of towards where the fire barrel is, potentially.
No, he was just trying to
no,
get
of
rid
course,
of it
yeah, yeah.
first.
Confirmed
Yeah,
kill on
no,
Vanya.
as
So
I
now
say,
she
I
can
forgot
leave
he was
it
going for
and-
this. He is going to move us still anyway, just to play it
One
safe.
target left. Let's bring this one home.
No, I don't think that's particularly necessary there. I think he probably would have got away with it, but best to be safe. Yeah, he's going to be double safe with the guards as well, by the look of it.
Yeah, now all he needs is that food vendor and loud pistol, which are both literally right next to each other right there. So yeah, it's just a simple shot on the maelstrom, and it should see him exit. And depends if he knows about the shot through the window, or if he's going to obviously shoot and immediately put his body into the crate next to it.
Yeah, as I say, I think he of course doesn't know he has a sort of 6 to 7 minute in-game time advantage, so we'll have to see what he does here. I wouldn't be surprised. He has played a little cautious, I think, after he had a rip a little bit earlier into the map. So he might just decide to play this just a little bit safer and KO the... I think it's a metal worker and just a normal civilian who's just round the corner. So we'll see what he opts for. But if he does do that, then it should be. He's just having a quick
When are
look
you
at
gonna be
them now.
done mixing those colors? I mean, how long can it take
He's
to
got 2
smudge out a few
tranks.
blues and
That's
reds?
literally, yeah, that's perfect. I think he's going to trank both of these guys here
70% of the work is finding the right
and do a
colors.
loud
Color
pistol
mixing
kill
is an
and dump
entire
him
art
into
form
the
on its own. It takes time.
Yeah, well, get
into
a
the
move
crate,
on.
and then he can
Mr.
get
Rongan
into
wants you to go
pretty
and
much
get him as
any
soon as
exit
you're
of
done
his
mixing
choice.
your fancy colors there. You got it?
Fine.
Infamous maelstrom.
Kill down, body hidden, plenty of time to run away.
If I don't finish it,
Got to
Rogan
avoid
will
the
kill
couple
me.
of thugs that are around, which he's done, no problem. Body farm, but they're the tranked bodies, so he's just got to make his little walk over here to an exit, and we should have the winner here of map 1. Not to curse him, of course. Hopefully that doesn't change anything. He's got the long, painful walk. The disguise is here unless you've got the exit. Sorry, unless you've got coins. Some of them can be a bit of a pain. Unless you're over towards the boat, but
Yeah, he's just going to main exit, so it should be fine. Nothing can go wrong now, I don't think. So yeah, we should see Mikuler's exit taking a 1-0 lead.
yeah, I was going to say, as soon as we see those green gun, I mean, Mikuler's typed done in Discord. As far as I'm aware, there was actually a done on the spin link.
Yeah, there is.
Also, I thought, but yeah, he's got the 5-star essay. GG indeed. Not a flawless run. I think it was his second attempt, but his first rip was nothing too. It could have happened to anyone. It's just not an ideal place for a loud pistol kill, is it? The train yard.
Yeah, Mikuler's ripped trying to do the pistol elimination, the SMG elimination, I should say, onto Dawood by trying to leave the tranked guards, but then it turned around the VIP guards, and it just escalated from there, unfortunately. But yeah, he managed to turn it around, saw the Dawood kill, and he adjusted well.
Yeah, so coming up now, we've got Dubai, which is going to be at 38 past the hour, so in sort of 3.5 minutes. Just because, again, I did do my homework. Currently in Roulette Rivals, Lewis hasn't actually got any stats for Dubai, but Mikuler's has a 50% win rate. He's taken 2 from 4. So Mikuler's looks the stronger one based on the stats. But since we've not seen Lewis in it, he could be sort of a secret fan. The strats are fairly standard, I suppose. Anyway, to be honest, it might just be a case of how well they can pick their targets and which conditions they use, and then how quickly they can get all the items required. Routing will probably play a big part.
You just need a melee kill. Like a 1 melee kill or like a pistol elimination or an SMG elimination kill could make Dubai a little bit more interesting. You know, if you have 2 thrown kills or just an SMG kill, you do the standard carry on both targets, get the disguises, get the things, and then going is normally a quick map. I said it was Sapienza, they're going to be naturally sub 4, I would say. Of course, I was wrong with Sapienza, they've both been like more than 10-minute spins. But yeah, we should see Dubai being on the quicker side of things, I feel like.
Yeah, well, as In For Fun has just said there, which I didn't know beforehand, but this is actually the first Dubai currently of Roulette Freestyle, or Freestyle, I should say. So we did have a little practice spin on one of the sort of a bonus daily one in the Discord, which
quick, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was going to say it was quite a quick one. Which again, I think the majority of spins on this map are probably going to be on the quicker side. I think this is probably one of those maps. I can't see a lot of people. Well, not struggling. I mean, you can easily struggle on any map, of course. As soon as you throw in a disguise like the assassin or something, it does make it. I know there's tranks and things like that available, but nothing's ever easy. And those kind of disguises do make routing quite important because you need to pick your targets well. Especially if it's sort of like the assassin and a live kill on markers, for example, that wouldn't be easy at all.
Yeah, a live kill in like the helicopter suit would be ideal. Banned conditions, we have consumed, poison, and fire. Yeah, fire is mostly the most common banned one on this map, with consumed as well being a more popular banned condition. I'm not really sure on how you do consume poison, to be honest.
Yeah, I was going to say fire's the only map. If we go to Marrakesh, fire is allowed in that one, of course, because you have the honeycomb cherry blossom opportunities to get both of them with fire. But every other map we've got here has a fire ban. I mean, you can get. I think you can get Carl fairly easily with fire because he goes towards the helipad, I think, doesn't he?
Yeah, or you can do the mission story with being Marcus's bodyguard to get him over there. But that is quite a long-winded way. And Spin has arrived. If you want to take us through it.
Yeah, so we have silenced SMG, not just a normal one, doesn't need to be an elimination as the helicopter pilot, and an explosion accident as the kitchen staff. So I very much expect this to be quite a quick spin, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, we have silenced SMG is on Ingram's guards, personal bodyguards, and the explosion, the propane flask is right next to the arc crew star as well, so there's one right there. The only good thing that can be slightly limited on the time is how the helicopter pilot and kitchen star are slightly far apart. I mean, I'll probably see the silenced SMG kill onto Kyle because of how close the helicopter pilot is to him. The kitchen staff is a bit of a not a trek to get to, but you don't usually go down that area anyways.
No, I think it is. It's pretty free. Strangely, Lewis is. I think he brought in a lethal syringe. I think he had it in his little warm up there, and I think he just wanted to get in quick, so wasn't too worried about what he brought because you can get all the items on the map with ease. So he's done the standard Ingram isolation. We're about to see the standard Marcus isolation as well. Marcus' guard trailing just a little bit, which doesn't make it as easy, but in fact he might even he might get caught out. I should find it. Yeah, just about a little bit further, and it might have been a little bit awkward, but he has pulled that off. So wait, Lewis has got
Miklas with the
just-
side KO, that could be bad because, you know, one rip on the bar, that could potentially be map over. And Lewis being 121 in game time already, you know, we thought it'd be a quick spin anyways, and has perceived to be that.
Yeah, Lewis just
so
having a
one
little
rip could be
think as well by the look
Ooh.
of it. He's, I'm assuming his stream hasn't. Oh no, his stream's fine. I can see the little blinking icon. But Lewis just having a little think here. I'm not entirely sure why. I think he might just be finding a propane potentially. But yeah, Lewis did have quite a time advantage because he was quicker in than Mikuler's was originally, and of course the rip. But he's losing quite a lot of the advantage he'd built up here. Yeah, I think Lewis just might be trying to locate a propane flask.
Yeah, there's one right behind the art spawn. I know I use that for my accident runs I do in season 3. It's a pretty easy one to get to. You know, you can always throw it up to get Marcus with it, if Carl even with it, if you want to do it that way. Miklas is actually catching up.
Yeah, I was going to say the in-game times are actually very, very close now. I think we're almost level. Although, Miklas has
Carl's
got an
gonna get
awkward Marcus isolation. He might.
Just that.
I was going to say they've both got cut that very fine with the Marcus isolations there. The timings weren't quite what they would hope, but they've both pulled it off successfully. So we've got 2 isolated targets. So now we go on a collect mission. So it looks like Mikulas is going to go straight down to grab the kitchen staff disguise. And I think Lewis is just still. I think he's still just trying to find a propane flask.
Yeah, there's one right by the kitchen staff as well. So, you know, you could almost partly start the explosion accident. Propane being right next to this disguise as well. You can literally just knock him out and leave it there, and that should be fine, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, Miklas actually taking the lead here, even after that one rip. Just the thinking time from Lewis may have cost him this slightly.
Yeah, Mikulas is looking fairly strong. He hasn't really had any sort of crazy amount of time. I think he might have taken the initial sort of 10 to 15 seconds just to have a quick. He might have been on HITMAPs just having a quick look at where he wants to go, potentially, but he looks like he knew pretty much where he wanted to be straight away. Yeah, he's got a remote accident kill as well for his explosion accident, so he can detonate the taser on exit. So he can bring his kitchen staff disguise up with him. Oh no, he's going to leave it down here actually.
Yeah, he's gonna leave and get the helicopter pilot and come back down for it and escape in the helicopter, I guess.
I think I would have just brought the kitchen staff up personally and just changed into the helicopter pilot, got the kill, gone back to the helicopter, changed back into the kitchen staff, deploy the taser,
Yeah.
blow it up, helicopter escape. But
On a small map like Dubai, you know, that is generically quick, you know, that 30 seconds going back to the helicopter pilot could actually cost you an entire map. So leaving the disguiser doesn't really add much time to it much. So I think leaving the disguiser is a more sensible option in terms, especially on small maps.
and so similar in-game times now, same area on the map, but Mikulas definitely has the advantage just because he already has the kitchen staff done. We have seen Lewis has finally got his propane. It's taking a little bit of time here to hide the helicopter pilot. As far as I'm aware, it's not necessary. I think he's fairly safe on the helipad anyway. We're going to see Lewis take down Carl Ingram as the helicopter pilot. And he's going to go down. I was going to say he needs to throw his propane down first. He's just going to take the stairs, in fact.
Yeah.
And he's just got to make the run to get the kitchen staff, which of course Mikulas already has downstairs.
Now let's get Marcus stairs.
And then we should see the change of disguise into the taser, and then there should be an escape. And it looks like GG. We might potentially end up with a photo finish, but I think there might be a little bit too much of a gap.
All red guns?
Oh,
Soon there will be
Carl.
no
Yeah, I think the explosion must have gone off upstairs and panicked one of the penthouse guards. I'm surprised he would hear that.
Carl never gets found. That's a weird thing. That is that's weird.
I've had Carl
Wow.
get found when his head is sticking over the when his head's sticking out. Oh, I just thought I know what it'll be. You know the outside of the security room where you climb up the vine when you go from default start. There's guards on that little balcony.
Yeah.
They can see up to Carl's
I was
balcony, and his
seeing
head
that.
was peeking over. Yeah.
That is tough.
Interestingly, Lewis not using the cupboard there.
Well, yeah, we should get the kill right now, so there's no real need to hide the body with the exit being right there as well. So you should see a quick blarping out. Misses the second shot. It gets him, and that should be Lewis escaping, nicking Dubai.
Yeah, I mean that was a crazy ending from that one. Surprising ending, in fact, because I wouldn't have expected that to go down that way. It looked like mikuler's looked like he had that, and Hitman be Hitman. They, you know, the sort of half an inch of Ingram's hand that was leaning over the balcony got spotted, and it's unfortunate for mikuler's, but that's Hitman. Now, next on to Haven Island, of course, so we could be in for another sort of a difficult spin. Let's say I think the Mumbai one wasn't too difficult, but the loud pistol did make it a little bit awkward. So Haven could well be a similar situation.
Oh yeah, but the fact that you have the freedom to pick targets does actually make it a lot easier. I mean, sometimes actually the style of being able to pick what target you do does make it harder because you spend more time picking what targets to do the kills on, and that actually might, from me playing a game, especially today, it does actually take a toll on you, like thinking about questioning what targets you're gonna do, what kills on. Whereas standard roulette, you have the targets given to you straight away, so yeah.
Yeah, so again, we've got Consume Poison and Fire are just the two ban conditions for Haven. And again, because I am a nerd for stats as well, we've got a 25% win rate from Lewis, although he hasn't actually taken a win, but he has got a 0.5 for a draw, and he's lost 1. And mikuler's is 25% on Haven, so he's won 1 of 4. Again, I'm not sure either player are particular lovers of Haven, based on their roulette rival stats, but
I don't think most people do love Haven, to be honest. It's a map that doesn't have a good reputation, especially with all those wall hacks and that. So yeah.
It's grown on me. The more I play it, I quite like it. If you start to learn where the little sort of quirky walls are, which you can sort of pick up a lot of them. Don't get me wrong, there's still some crazy ones that you've never seen before. Definitely some frustrating ones, but it's quite a nice map. It also it's a nice aesthetic, isn't it? It's a nice map to wander around.
Except if you get 2 kills and a storm comes. That ruins the entire aesthetic of the map, to be honest. After them 2 kills, then of course it goes into the storm.
So it looks like Lewis is hoping for a Villa staff start, because he looks like that's his preference. Just getting a quick load in with him being on console. Both players looking at the same, actually. The Villa staff start is definitely becoming the favourite of players.
And Haven is that one map that does allow you to get the suit as a disguise. Hokkaido, Haven, off the top of my head, probably another one, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, they offer the suit disguise in the map itself. Of course, Haven being in the Shark Hut. No.
Oh dear, so I forgot to mention, but yeah, spin's coming up at 49, so it'll be here any second now if you want to take this one when it comes through.
So yeah, here we are. It's Kitchen Knife Any as the resort guard, Hatchet Any as the staff, that explosive weapon in the gas suit.
Yeah,
Alright,
so we've
looks nice.
two disguises that can be grabbed straight away. One you can start in, and the other one is just beneath. A little bit of a pain to get down there. It takes a little bit of time, but not too bad. I'm partially wondering if we're going to see a potential server lore here.
Yeah.
It does
Actually, yeah, all
bring
3
the
disguises are down there.
over. Yeah.
Yeah, the gas suit being in the locker room with the resort guard as well, so you could get both of them there as well. So this could be it being very close by as well. Of course, you can bring the explosive weapon. Just try and look now for the location of the hatchet and the
So
kitchen knife.
the hatchet's near the restaurant. It's in a little sort of broken
yeah.
wooden boat just around the corner. So it's definitely something you can grab and throw down the sort of ladder into the server lure area.
And the kitchen knife being in the cocktail bar as well. So you can see a server happen. They go up to get the kitchen knife and the hatchet before going back down and complete the kills. So server is definitely very reliable here, I feel like.
Yeah, there's also no requirement to even bring in an explosive weapon unless you want to go quiet, because there is a loud explosive on the map which would suffice if you wanted to keep a loadout slot available. I didn't quite see the loadouts of players, but I would probably expect them to have still brought a breacher. Silence is always good on a wall, on a map with walls made of well, nothing. As you see, yeah, so Lewis just that little bit further ahead in game time. He's about 30 seconds ahead, but we've got both players gone straight away for the cinema isolation on Tyson. So not a instant server law.
That is Tyson Williams, CEO of
Do make a good point, user. Yeah, there is 2 loud explosives on the map, but
Williams is known for his
I can't imagine them going for the other one. I think it's in a bit of a. I think it's in the security outpost, isn't it? I think in the sort of middle of the map. It's not a great place to get to if you can avoid it. Full of cameras and not a lot else there.
If you're in the resort guard skies and you're going that way to get the hatchet and the kitchen knife, you could actually go there. Just it might take a minute, 30 seconds to get, but if it saves it out, sort of like a trank or a crowbar or something, you could suffice that. I feel like.
Yeah, so I think Lewis did. I think he has got a breacher, but he didn't leave it as a pillow for Tyson. So he must be planning the explosive weapon on someone else, which I do find a bit surprising. He didn't go out of his way to grab the hatchet yet either. Mikuler is just going to take the cameras out whilst he's still at the villa. I suppose using the hatchet on Tyson would make quite a lot of sense, because even though it is in an illegal disguise to hold the hatchet, you could get it up there quite easily with a disguise, because they should have a villa staff from the start in the bathroom next to the cinema room, so they could definitely just grab that with a guard disguise and run that back. We've not seen that from either player as of yet.
Well, unfortunately, I have to quickly bounce. Thank you, Mano, for letting me on. It's good. Enjoyed taking the first map then by and a quick goodbye. I hope the rest of the cast goes well, and thanks everyone for watching. It's gonna be. Make sure to stick around. It's gonna be a good rest of the game. This Haven's gonna be good, and the Marrakesh after is gonna be even better. I can tell you that now. So
that is Stephen Brown.
I'll see everyone soon. So yeah, bye bye.
Yeah, cheers, Joker.
Programmer at
Bye.
Haven and rumoured quite reckless in his behaviour.
So yeah, so we're looking at Mikuler is just currently waiting for the seeker to take effect. Lewis has pulled his seeker off just that little bit quicker. Well, not in terms of in-game time, but very much following the same pathway so far. Both players gone for the cinema isolation and then the seeker, because of course this is Emetic Island. So he has got Bradley down, and I'm suspecting we'll see both players then move on to go and isolate Ludmilla. So definitely where Lewis is heading. It's not clear where Mikuler is planning on going yet, but it looks like, yeah, he knows where he's going. Both players look like they're just going to try and get the isolations down, and then they can have free reign to wander around, to pick which conditions they want to use for which target. The items, of course, as we said, are fairly easy to grab. Nothing too out of the way. Nothing too difficult to get to any particular target. All of them are definitely viable. So, Lewis quite far away from the restaurant currently. Same for Mikuler's, of course. So I think he might just be planning on waiting this out potentially. Lewis might actually be opting for a slightly more risky one. He's going to grab a kitchen knife while he's up here. Should save him a little bit of time later down the line. He's got 2 seeker darts if needs be.
Guess it comes
I
with
think
the territory.
both players look like they're going to wait it out. So both players will shortly have all 3 targets down, or at least isolated, not down. Lewis just having a quick look around. It was always a risky seeker shot to hit that one, but he has pulled that off without any pistol flashes or being spotted. Mikuler's just having a quick look at the map, trying to maybe find a kitchen knife. I know he's already got one. I'm not sure what he was looking at there. Maybe having a look at where the hatchet is. I don't think it's particularly common knowledge. It's not something you tend to need a lot.
That is Ludmilla Vetrova.
Yeah, I agree. I do. It is always a risky shot when it's so easy to get in. You can jump through the window, of course, behind the chef there. Does make it a lot safer a shot.
You should go see a doctor.
It's not really any. There's no downside to it really. It's not particularly faster to do it the other way. But both players have opted to do the riskier way regardless, and both players pulled it off. A little bit of in-game time difference still of about 30 seconds. Mikuler's obviously had a quick look at the map there. I think he's just going to run and grab the hatchet whilst he waits for Ludmilla to isolate herself in the bathroom. Lewis has taken Ludmilla's guard down, so he's got the resort guard, so he can take Ludmilla out with the kitchen knife. So that's 1 kill down, the first one of the game so far. With the kitchen knife to resort guard on Ludmilla, so that leaves the hatchet as the villa staff and the gas suit explosive weapon. Still, as far as I'm aware, yeah, Lewis looks like he's still holding on to his breaching charge, so he hasn't put that down for Bradley either. Which is surprising, not unless he's going to go and do that now, and then he can use the villa staff hatchet on Tyson, grab the gas suit and go. But we shall see, as we see Mikuler is doing the same thing we've just seen Lewis do moments before. But he's already got the hatchet in hand. Mikuler's looks like he's ready for... Yeah, he's going to pick the same condition, same target. He just wanted to double check the disguise, I think, just to make sure he was getting that correct. Which, so far, looking at... oh, at least I hope so. Don't use the hatchet. He's just having a double check. Yeah, he knows, that's fine. I thought we could have been in for a panicky moment there, but no, that's 1 kill down, either player, same kill, same conditions. So, it's looking good for both players. Still a little strange that we've not seen the breaching charge pillow put down yet. Lewis just currently, I think, trying to track down the hatchet. It is in the boat just behind where he is. A little bit of an awkward one. I think he's seen it now. So it looks like Mikuler's is planning the hatchet on Bradley. So we're going to go and run that over whilst he's in a legal disguise to carry, and then he can of course swap. Well, he can come back once he's swapped back at the villa. Whereas I think we're seeing Lewis go the other direction. He's taking the hatchet up to Tyson, still holding on to the breaching charge, so he's going to have to go back to Bradley, but in the gas suit. It should be a legal disguise everywhere on the map, really, so it shouldn't be an issue. Oh no, so yeah, Mikuler's is, I think he's just left the breaching charge pillow for... oh, and Lewis, he's killed the bodyguard with the hatchet. He locked on to the wrong person completely. He was nowhere near Tyson. And he's red gun for the NTK. That is not what I was expecting to see at all, and that was quite a big rip because I think he was about 9 minutes into his spin there, and now his controller's died, just as extra pain, which is unbelievably unfortunate timing for him there. Was not what I was expecting to see that at all. But we've got Mikuler's going for the same thing now, but hopefully targets the right person. I think he needs to make sure he remembers to swap into his Villa staff. There we go. And we have indeed this time got the right target down, or the right person down, which does always help. So he's going to swap back into the bodyguard by accident. Not that it makes a huge bit of difference there, but he has the 1 kill left, so he's going to run down to grab the gas suit, and he has the Reacher pillow already in place for Bradley, as far as I'm aware. So we've just got to watch Mikuler's and wait for him to grab that disguise. I think he should still have. I think he might have 1 dart left over, which might make it a little bit easier. I think you can quite easily grab the guard who's in the locker room with a banana isolation. He can go down quite quickly, making the gas disguise fairly safe to grab. Yeah, he's got 1 seeker dart left, so he could even just seeker him out of the room if he wants to. Plenty of choice for Mikuler's. Lewis going for the cams, a little bit risky there because he didn't hide his body, but he's got away fine, no problem. But with a 9-minute deficit on time now, he's going to struggle. He's got to hope for a rip from Mikuler here. I think we're going to see the banana isolation. Or he might not even. No, he's just going to KO him. A little bit risky because he has the seeker available, but the lady's outside. He's got plenty of time to dump in the cupboard. I think he should have. Yeah. Of course, it's a remote kill now. He might still wait for to be near an exit just in case the breacher does get heard for some reason, which is entirely possible, especially on a map like Haven. But it should be fairly safe. I suspect we'll probably see he'll either go for the speedboat key, or he might just head towards the plane. We should see an escape, assuming the Bradley kill goes down without a hitch. There he's got, yeah, detonator in hand. We'll take this out any second now. It's not a breacher yet. He's gone loud explosives because he's sent him everywhere. But plenty of time for him to hit the escape prompt before anyone gets in there. And that's how it looked. Green guns. We'll get confirmation any second now. Green guns indeed. So Mikuler will take that one. An 8-minute deficit for Lewis after his really unfortunate rip with the wrong target taken down. He accidentally locked onto the bodyguard. Very unfortunate from Lewis. I'm sure he'll be really frustrated with himself, but needs to. I'm sure he'll be fine. We'll collect his thoughts. Back to Marrakesh. Should be, as we've seen so far, the kills tend to be similar isolations as you'd see in regular roulette. So fingers crossed for an interesting spin. Let's say we want something that, fortune teller, loud elimination, something along those lines. Make it a bit of a challenge. But we've got Mikuler who's just gone 2-1 in this match. Just waiting for confirmation on when the next map's going to be. He's still playing. He's had the confirmation the game's over. Next map is at 8 past the hour, so in just under, about 4 minutes. So on Marrakesh, just a quick overview. So we've got 3 ban conditions for this one. There's drowning, electrocution, and falling object are the ban conditions. And in terms of win rates, neither player particularly a fan based on the statistics. Lewis has, again, he's got a draw and 3 losses, making a 12.5 win rate. And mikuler has a 20% win rate, he's taken 1 from 5. So it doesn't look like either player a huge fan of Marrakesh, even with the normally fairly standard isolations. But you never know, on the day anyone can turn up, so 3 minutes till the spin. I would ask other people, I guess to anyone in chat, what kind of conditions do we want? Do we want loud pistol eliminations? Do we want some live melee kills? What do we want to see? I think I always, as much as I do like a melee lethal kill, it's, yeah, Hans, you can't comment. But I always like a loud pistol elimination, but we've had plenty of loud. Let's, maybe it's time for some melee conditions. Something like battle axe melee or something like that. Make it a real challenge for these guys. Both players just currently having a quick look at where they might want to start. Looks like mikuler's fairly confident in a suit start here. He's got, that's him bringing his briefcase with a trunk, and he's got the snail as well. Lewis a little bit undecided, might be waiting for the spin to find out where he wants to go. Yeah, loud firearm for Razor is definitely a good one, but of course in freestyle we can't tell them that they have to use it for Razor. I think most players, with the exception of Joker, probably going to try and take as many live kills on Klaus as possible. I think with him, with the I don't know what the room is, the little the room where you can get the free janitor disguise. That room being, it's not quite soundproof, but with it being fairly isolated, not many people go there. There's only 2 guards who are around the area for the majority of the time. It does make it quite easy to get him in there, to, especially for the melee kills, but loud in particular as well. It's not too bad in that little room there. I think we saw one in the game before. I think Blythe pulled it off quite well. I think it was that game. And yeah, Joker opted for the Razor loud kill, but just didn't quite work for him, and Blythe was too good. Spoiler alert, of course. Might have accidentally said a winner there, but it was a great game, so I'd definitely recommend checking out that VOD. So spin coming up any second now. And we have a shotgun as the Monsieur, and a silenced pistol kill as a waiter. So both players probably might fancy a waiter start. Getting the disguise for at least one of the kills very quickly, always something you love to see. As a player, the Monsieur, not the worst disguise to grab in the world, especially if you've got a trank at your disposal. So it looks like Lewis, he's taking a loud shotgun at the headmaster's building, so he looks like he's gonna go for the shotgun Monsieur on Razor, I should think there. mikuler's still doing some pre-planning. Lewis already loaded in, he's ready to go. Looks like he's going to head straight on over, yeah, with the silenced pistol kill on Klaus. Very much expect we'll see it in the room that was mentioned moments ago. He'll get in there, get the guard out of the way. Shouldn't be anything too bad. So, I think the Klaus time in there is normally, as long as you're there by sort of 2:20, you're normally fine. So plenty of time to work with, especially with the way to start. Gives you that little bit of a head start over the suit. And he's already, of course, in the right disguise. Hands being very generous with this spin here. as we see Mikuler's getting himself ready. So Lewis already with a near 1 minute advantage, as he's just currently in the underground car park. Going to do the standard remote explosive distraction. Not necessary to use both of them, but nothing else he'll need them for in this spin, I shouldn't think. So we can get this door open. Doesn't look like he's panicked the above guards. So he's going to have a fairly long wait now, because he's going to be able to take the consulate security guard out, who's currently on the balcony where Klaus is. And then he'll probably have about 40 seconds or so that he'll have to wait before Klaus turns up. Mikuler looks, I think we're both. I think we're going to see identical strats here from both players. Lewis, of course, with the massive time advantage, with him being loaded in that much quicker. So this might be a case of how well can they grab the Monsieur, because again, it isn't the easiest disguise to grab in the world, but if you're able to play fairly cautiously, it's not too bad to grab. Mikuler, exact same strat, but he's just that little bit, about a minute behind by the time he's loaded in.
Wow.
Lewis has successfully got Klaus on the hook, so he'll be walking in this room. So we'll see kill number 1 for Lewis done any second now.
This is just not fun.
I'm going to KO him first, just to be safe. Kill number 1 done. He'll probably grab the free janitor disguise just to make traversing very easy, because it is a very good disguise. And then he'll be on his way towards grabbing the Monsieur disguise, which is of course downstairs in the little break room area. Has got to be careful of the camera there, because there is a camera near the front door. Although again, Marrakesh, not too bad a map to take the cameras out, especially when you're already in the consulate, because you can just grab it from around the corner of a doorway. It's not too bad.
It is not fair. It isn't. You can't keep me in
We've
here
got the
under
snail
these
isolation going on from
circumstances.
Lewis.
Weird.
Brings the Monsieur that little bit closer to hopefully let him grab it from behind the desk without the guard spotting it, which has gone perfectly. As Mikuler has got Klaus, he has taken him down in quite a loud manner. Hasn't gone for the kill, because he's not in the right disguise. Not sure what his plan is here, Mikuler. Going for something for sure. He seems to be fairly confident in what he's doing. I think he must have a pickup, does he, in the garage here? So he is doing an alternate kill. So he's going to go. Oh, I thought he might have got spotted there, but no, that's fine. Not too bad a whoosh. His red guns, of course, from Klaus. So he's just got to run his shotgun back upstairs. And then grab the Monsieur. So he's going to go for Klaus. As the Monsieur and save the waiter.
Doing well.
Silence pistol for Razor. I mean, both of these kills. Both fine on either target. Although, Mikuler, very unfortunate there. He has ripped one of the guards. He didn't quite get distracted by his thrown item. I think they might have seen where it came from. So they followed the distraction sound around. He has unfortunately been whooshed, and he has ripped, which gives at least a 5-minute advantage in favour of Lewis now, who will be. He's got the right disguise. He's got the right kill condition. Silent shotgun as well, which makes it just that little bit easier. So it'll just be the standard radio isolation on Razor. And then as soon as that kills down, I don't think he'll bother with the truck. He's of course got the key off the headmaster now as well. His disguise to make escaping that a little bit easier as well. just got to wait for the. He's got a bit unfortunate with the timing of his path here. Has got to wait for the guard who stands plumb in the way of where he needs to be, which is always rather irritating because he is a very frustrating guard. But hopefully it means he won't be stood there when he's on his way back around if he chooses to come down. Although it does mean that Razor's position upstairs doesn't look too bad because he is very close to the radio room. So hopefully that's nice and quick for him. He's got a third item ready. Just needs to wait. As soon as Razor's leaning over, there's the distraction. He has been seen throwing it because he wasn't quite tucked in enough. He has still got one more thrown item, so he just needs to be very careful here. I think he's pulled that one off without a hitch there. Yeah, so he should have him out of the way, so it'll now just be a silent shotgun kill. Oh, he has caused a lockdown as the alarm is going, so he's got to be very careful if he needs to. He needs to try and get him out this window very quickly and hope that the guards downstairs don't spot him. And that's red guns. That is very unfortunate. He charged Razor down, and the ensuing panic caused an instant lockdown of Razor, which panicked the whole school straight away. And pain. Existence is pain for Lewis there. He'll be really frustrated with that after a frustrating Haven Island. Yeah, very unfortunate lockdown there. Could have easily been forced into submission, I guess is the way I would describe it, with a man pointing a shotgun in his face. I personally wouldn't scream out loud, and that would definitely get killed. But there we go. So very unfortunate for Lewis. So this back swung back round. Mikuler's advantage now. He's about 2 minutes ahead in game time. In the right disguise, waiter again. He might. I'm not entirely sure. I think he has slightly changed it around because he has currently got his briefcase with him now, rather than having to grab it beforehand. So he is gonna, he's gonna swap it around now. So he's gonna go for the pistol, even gone for the elimination, even though it's not required. Grab his janitor disguise. So now he just needs to head down with his shotgun already ready. He's just got to go and grab the Monsieur disguise from downstairs. I think he had either Tranks or a snail with him to do the same thing we saw from Lewis before. To grab that, and then again, hopefully, then we see a standard radio lure like we did with Lewis, but he just got very unfortunate there. In hindsight, would have been better just taking the shot from distance. I think some of the shotgun slugs would have hit the wall, but as far as I'm aware, the guards looked far enough away that it probably wouldn't have been an issue. But as I said before, and that's Hitman. It's a painful game at times. It's a cruel mistress. Mikuler's going a little bit slow here. I don't think he does have the snail, in fact. No, he does. He just wants the guard out as well, just to be extra safe. As the guard just leaves, yeah, so he should be fine here. Should be in the keyword. I don't want to jinx it. Ooh, the body's falling a little bit awkwardly though. Oh, this is unfortunate. He might have to. Oh, he's going to try a pistol distraction. It's a bit risky. Ooh. Oh, and that's unfortunate. So he has not been able to get the Monsieur grab there. He did. The guard itself, who was investigating the tranked or the sedated body, didn't actually see him, but he did get spotted from outside by one of the random sort of consulate civilian workers there. Very unfortunate from Mikuler's, which has now swung it back in Lewis's favour by a similar margin. So 3-minute advantage back in Lewis's favour, and as Hans says, definitely a tennis match for sure.
You can't keep me in here under these.
It's gone from a clear Lewis win to a near clear, making the win back to a near clear Lewis win. As we see his same, definitely less risky snail grab by putting the snail that little bit further away from the Monsieur. It forces the Monsieur just to take that little step closer to get him a little bit further behind the desk there to get a safe cover to change the skies. He's pulled it off without a hitch again. Did get stuck at the door by the panicking civilian, which has caused a few lost seconds, but should be another straightforward run to the headmaster's sort of house. He'll grab the shotgun he smuggled there, and then I'm sure we'll see a radio law with hopefully less panic from Lewis's side. Yeah, he definitely doesn't deserve to have that happen to him twice. That would be very unfortunate. But he's still got around a 3-minute lead, so he of course doesn't know that. So he might be trying to rush, thinking that Mikuler's going to be done any second now. But so far we've seen both players sort of, they definitely know how to play things safe. It's definitely the best way of playing this now when you've been in the spin for 15 minutes, or near 15 minutes at the very least. So, yeah, headmaster, he'll box him, he'll grab the key. He's trying to get his crowbar back, which he's having a little bit of difficulty with. He's not even going to box the headmaster. Actually, he must have his timings down quite well then. For what time it takes, I'm surprised he hasn't gone for the box there. As I was just saying how safe he was playing, he's taken a little risk there, but Mikuler now as well. He's just got the Klaus Lure, so we're going to see the waiter pistol kill again. And we'll see him then go back to trying to grab the Monsieur with, again, hopefully more luck from his side this time. It was a little bit unfortunate last time with how the body fell, because if the body had fallen a little bit differently last time, we'd be in a much different position. And Lewis has the same guard timing set again, so he is going to have to wait a little bit for the guard to get out of his way before he can set up the radio alert. Of course, as well, since he lost his crowbar carrying the headmaster, he has one less throwable, but he could grab the tank and the pool ball to grab a couple, which he is going to do at least one of them. Yeah, he's got at least one, so his backup's having 2 items to use. No, he's not even going to try. He's going to opt for a slightly different strategy now. He's going to go right up in the corner and send him over to the cubicles instead. This time Mikuler has been able to grab the Monsieur no problem. Didn't need to wait there for the panic, but he opted to anyway. Lewis just needs to be a bit careful here. He doesn't want to cause a panic, but I think he's got away with that, no problem. He's even gonna, yeah, silent attack, definitely the best choice there for him. Good call. Should now be able to stick the shotgun in Razor's back, so he can't miss a pellet. Yeah, and all gone off without a hitch. He now just has to do the escape. Just needs to have a quick look beneath him. Ooh. Little bit risky there for Lewis. He could have done with just having a quick peek with his instinct there. He has managed to get out fairly low problem. It's just going to be a little run to the escape. That should be GG, assuming nothing crazy happens. Mikuler just that little bit too far behind here. There's not enough time to save. He can't quite get into the school and do the law quick enough. So as soon as we see Lewis escape with his green guns, we should be GG and on towards our final map, Mendoza. Which of course will be our limited time final map, with it being the decider. So Should see the score update any second now. There we go. That's 2 apiece. So we do indeed go to the decider, and it is Mendoza. And since I've done it for every other map, I will go. So we have 3 banned conditions again. We have no consumed poison, no fall kills, and no falling object, and no fire. Sorry, it is 4 banned conditions actually for Mendoza. And some stats as well. We've got no stats for Lewis on Mendoza in Roulette Rivals. And we have a 50% win rate from mikuler, but it is a 1 from 2, so not a huge amount of experience on Mendoza for either player, but fortunately for them, a map with very similar isolations at the very least. So we've got Mendoza at 29 past the hour, so in 3 minutes or so time. So I suspect we'll probably be seeing some waiter starts for both players, as is customary, assuming we don't see any live kills from our excellent rigging admin Hans. Wink wink, nudge nudge, loud pistol elimination, please. Yeah, so as soon as there's a live kill on Mendoza, it does make it a little bit more awkward. Not too bad if you can take a seeker in, of course, because you can seeker Tamara and get him into the downstairs bathrooms for fairly straightforward live kills. They're not too bad. Not always the quickest though, so it could be, again, it could just be a case of how well can the players root and grab their items to get onto their kill conditions. So we've seen an instant waiter start choice from Lewis. He definitely knows what he wants to see. And I think I know what I want to say. I definitely want some loud eliminations back. But to those in chat, what do we want to see? There's got to be some choices for some awkward spins here. Not that, I mean, I suppose the disguises, you know, Corvo, the winemaker, disguises that are sort of loadout heavy. Consume poison is banned, Pidgey. You know, read the rules. I did say it, so you know, everyone banned Pidgey. I jest, of course, but that would be quite an interesting kill. I mean, you can get consumed poison on Yates, as far as I'm aware. It's just quite slow, because I think you have to go through the Grand Paladin sort of mission story. He does a bit. It does take a very long time. I did speak with the Crudy a little bit over DMs before. I mean, the one of the ban conditions is fall. I would quite like to see a fall kill potentially unbanned for another freestyle. I think both targets, obviously Yates is the easier one for sure to do a fall kill on, but you can get Tamara if you isolate her in the flower bed. You can push her over the balcony. It's not too bad, and in certain disguises it might be quicker than running up with like the winemaker to the villa. Not always the best. So it might be one that I personally think I'd like to see in future tournaments, but we'll have our actual spin any second now. And our lovely rigged spin, you love to see it. We've got a loud assault rifle as the Gaucho and a thrown fire axe as the bodyguard. Lewis with some instant replanning to bring in the loud AR. Still looks to be sticking with the waiter start. Strangely, he does have a injected poison on most of his setups, it would appear. He's going to swap that out for the snail. mikuler's also has a lethal syringe currently. Both players, this is definitely the longest we've seen of planning from from Lewis for sure. Mikuler's has been a bit more of a planner, as I would describe him. He's definitely taken a bit more time in his pre-planning than Lewis over the spin. Lewis now in straight away. He's gone for the seeker approach. So bodyguard, of course, very easy disguise, because you can grab the free one from the downstairs bathroom here on the level that Lewis is on. He's got the security key card. But if you do plan on seekering Tamara, it's a bit awkward. I think we'll probably see the standard. I spoke too soon. He's not going to go for a standard isolation. He's going to run straight past her. And he's going to head straight up to an early Yates by the look of it. So maybe he is planning a seekered Tamara later in the spin. As we see, Mikuler's just loaded in, way to start again. Lewis is just going to KO Yates' wife and wait for him to come up the stairs. He's even going to subdue him from around the corner as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see the loud assault rifle kill definitely done on Yates. Definitely quite quick to get the Gaucho disguise from the villa. Not too bad, and it's very easy to soundproof the upstairs room here if you take out the two mercenary guards on the stairs. Lewis didn't need to hide her body, but he might just be planning a loud AR shot and body dump and then run away. Mikuler going for a what looks like a more standard approach. He's going to wait till they're actually sat down and then go for the knockout on Yates. Just need to have a quick look to make sure he's not brought another guard on his way up, which he has, so he's going to wait for him to get the corner subdue. Lewis just gone upstairs. He had his smuggle point in the attic, so he's got his loud AR in hand. So he can drop that next to Yates. So he's definitely planning on a Gaucho loud AR on Yates, as suspected. And I presume the seeker is for Tamara later down the line. We'll see him seeker her, get her into that downstairs bathroom where the bodyguard is, and he'll just have a fire axe nearby. And it should be quite linear, not too bad.
Weird? Like how? All my clients have kept something weird in their safes.
Yeah, interesting use of that there. But must be going for speed by the look of it on Mikuler's side there. Lewis going for one of the few isolated Gauchos who does wander by himself. And he'll even be in some of the sort of heather fields that we've got going on, or lavender fields. So he should be a nice safe body to leave there. Just might want to pick that weapon up just to tuck it away slightly, maybe. Maybe not. He seems quite confident. So he's got the right disguise. The AR is already up there, so I think it's going to be that he's going to shoot him with the AR, dump his body in the wardrobe, and get the hell out of Dodge, as it were. As we see Mikuler's just having a quick look at the map. I think he must be on HITMAPs, maybe just trying to find where the fire axe is, which I think it's downstairs in the little secret escape tunnel. I think is the one he's possibly going to try and find. Or he might... No, I think he's just going to go for the bodyguard instead, by the look of things. Yep, so we see Lewis is definitely ready with his kill here. He's even going to go to the... he's going to go to the bathroom, I think, by the look of it. Or, oh no, he's just going to play it safe. He's going to take the two guards out first, which does soundproof the upstairs. Makes it a lot safer. A little bit time consuming, which isn't going to be a problem by the look of it, as Mikuler's has had some issues there and is forced to restart. which does give Lewis a 4-minute advantage, which could be quite crucial on Mendoza. Lewis, even going to the effort of hiding these bodies, or hiding a body anyway. So he's left one guard there, which is a little bit strange. He could just take the second one out to soundproof, but he hasn't opted for that. He's going to dump him in the wardrobe here and run away. The guard on the stairs should be on his way now. He should have plenty of time to get out. He's going to hang around. He might just try and take him out. He's going to grab the mercenary. Yeah, possibly just a case of Lewis not fully knowing how you can soundproof the upstairs there. All he had to do was take out the other mercenary, just knock him out on the stairs, and he would have been fine. Mikuler's going back to his strategy, so yeah, standard way to start, and he's going to just take out Don again, get the isolation done. Yeah, definitely in Lewis's favour now. He knows where Tamara is. She's in the little security area, so he's gonna, I assume, drive. But I know he's not gonna go for the seeker there. It might be a little bit risky, so he's gonna come and take out this guy first. Personally, I would be tempted to distract him over towards the far bathroom instead, because Tamara doesn't really tend to go to that bathroom, whereas this one here she does fairly frequently pick.
Okay, I'll take it from here. Just sit back and relax.
So it could be a similar situation for Lewis as what happened to Mikuler not long ago. Yeah, he's going to have to be careful, but he has got his bodyguard disguise. He's going to leave the body there for now. He's going to come and knock out the other guy here, and then he's going to shuffle some bodies around, I believe. Interesting choice, because I thought this was an unsafe bathroom. Maybe he knows more than myself. Might depend on where Tamara is, I suppose, actually. I'm sure someone in chat can correct me. He's even going to take the cameras. No, he's not. He's going to run straight through a camera if he's not careful. Good use of instinct there. He managed to stop himself before he went rogue. Oh, he's just going to go grab the fire axe instead. Yeah, he's not going to set the secret up yet. He's just going to... Yeah, he's just going to have a quick look on hit maps, I think, by the look of it, just to make sure that he's definitely getting the right location for the fire axe. It is very close to where he was. I think it was just around the corner from where he was there, at the top of the stairs where the giant barrel door leads to. There's one right there. Would have been very quick. I think it's the one next door to the armory. Mikuler is same strat again. Here he's just isolating everyone upstairs. This time he's not used his snail. He's taken the mercenary down. I think, is he going to go and take the second one down as well? Nope. Lewis just being a little bit hesitant there. He doesn't want to get caught grabbing a fire axe, but he should be fairly safe as long as he's quick. No head turns, no problem. So of course, with him being a bodyguard, it is legal for him to carry the fire axe, no problem. So now he's just going to go and track down Tamara, hit her with a seeker dart. Hope she doesn't go in the far bathroom, because that would be very unfortunate for his run here. With him being near 8 minutes in, it's quite a lengthy run to rip to. Especially now that Mikuler's is back to building a small lead.
Got a message from the boss. Duty calls.
So Mikuler's, since he used his seeker on Tamara, he's just gonna get everyone isolated in the bathroom. He'll get Tamara any second now. He just wants the bodyguard first, and then he can go and grab his fire axe for this kill.
I take it Edwards told you to chaperone me. Any idea why?
You know why. Trust us.
Very risky throw from mikuler there. I was gonna very risky, too much head turn, or I don't even know what to say there. It definitely wasn't needed. He could have just run a distraction, brought him a little bit closer to the door with the key card. Could have brought him down that end and gone for the KO, but I think he's a little bit worried that Lewis was close to finishing. Went for a slightly risky KO there. It might have bit him in the backside, unfortunately. So it's another restart from mikuler. He's hit his double seeker dart, so he's got her in place. So he's going to go for the same strike again. He's not changing. He knows what he wants. As we see, Lewis has also he's pulled off his seeker dart, and the way that Tamara is going to the bathroom suggests to me that she would. He's got plenty of time. This is would have been a perfect time. That went surprisingly well. He's just got to be quick now. I think he did grab the car keys, so can't get through there. It's not legal. Ooh, yeah, he didn't get the hands up signal, the warning from those guards there. Very unfortunate rip from Lewis. Didn't need to go there. He could have just tried to go for a different exit. Could have he could have taken Tamara down slightly earlier, rather than letting her get to the stairs, because there is of course a cupboard in there where he could have hidden her body as well, which would have caused zero problems. So he would have had plenty of time then, or well, near infinite time, because I think he would have had no bodies able to be found bar the bathroom, and he could have even gone for the tango exit. But yeah, very unfortunate there. Very unfortunate there. I think if he clearly knew that there was a potential chance that he wasn't allowed through there, because he did stop himself. And he was waiting for the warning from the mercenaries, but they didn't quite give him the animation. And yeah, it's not. It's painful to see from Lewis, because his run on Mendoza has actually been very good. He got his route was working for him. It's about an 8.5-ish minute timer. Not super quick, but not too long either. And he's got himself. He's got himself back at a disadvantage now, unfortunately. Nothing too crazy. Mikuler currently about 1.5 minutes ahead. Gone for a very obscure fire axe. Quite out of the way here. But he might have done the same last time. Actually, I admit I was watching Lewis with him being close to the spin end. He's got, of course, mikuler has a double secret, so he's got plenty of time to work with. So he's now just got to try and re-isolate this bathroom, and he just needs to be a little bit careful with this guard again. Not go for anything too crazy. He's going to try and bring him away with a pistol. Might need to be. He's gonna go for the kill first. He's gonna have to be careful. He's gonna have to try and make sure. I think he might need to make sure he can take out that guard, the bodyguard. Cause I don't know if he'll wait outside the bathroom forever, or if he will decide to go in. I think he'll probably go in at some point to make sure that his VIP is okay. He's lost track. No, he hasn't. He's just in the security room there. It looks like he is going to play this smart, and he's going to wait for him to come back so he can take him out to make it safe for him to leave Tamara's body there. And then it looks like, looking at his little mini-map there, it looks like he has got a loud AR. Tomorrow's bodyguard's just going for a little stroll anyway, he doesn't care. But it looks like he has got a loud AR smuggled in the attic, if I were to take a guess. Yeah, the guard does indeed duck off, but it looks like mikuler wasn't 100% sure that he wouldn't find her eventually, so he's gone for the safety choice of taking him out. Not a bad shout, of course, being 15 minutes into a spin, doesn't know where his opponent is. So he's now going to head on over to Villa Yates. He is still in the bodyguard, which is of course illegal, as Lewis learnt the hard way just a moment ago. A lot of whoosh from mikuler, but he has got through without problem. Yates already down on the balcony, of course, so but he didn't take the mercenary guards out, so he has got to climb up. It looks like he might be going straight for the gaucho disguise instead, which, as we saw from Lewis's point of view in his run not long ago, fairly easy disguise to grab with the massive amounts of fields available to hide the bodies for you. And this guy, same again, he's going to have to try and pistol distract him, pulls it off, and then he's going to subdue him. Plenty of places to hide and conceal the body. In fact, he's even going to snail him. He's realised he's got the snail to use. I think he might have actually KO'd the mercenaries now that I think about it as well, so he could have gone up the stairs, but he's realised he needs the disguise. Definitely very smart play from mikuler. He's got the, snails popped off fine, so he's got the disguise. And all he's got to do is he's got to run back in, get upstairs. I think he might have left one guard on the stairs, potentially, so he might have to take him out if he did, just to play it safe, because that, as I've said 100 times, it will soundproof the room, which is what is needed. Ooh, a little bit of whoosh there, but nothing too scary. Looks like he's he's just gonna take the little pole up here to get back onto the balcony. Yeah, it looks like on his mini map. So I think there is still one guard there. So he is gonna hide the bodies. I think he's gonna go for his slightly riskier but longer hiding of all the bodies. When 8 minutes or when 7.5 minutes into a run, it's not a bad idea at all to get these bodies hidden. A little bit slow. He's definitely playing safe for sure. Looks like we see Lewis as well. So Lewis brought some time back because he has got the Yates kill down again, as we saw in his run before. He's about to grab the bodyguard. Is actually going to smartly draw him out towards the photocopier, because he can hide the body a bit easier this way. He's got to be careful though. Yeah, a little bit risky there. That bodyguard there is trailing behind. Its controller's died again. So mikuler has brought his legal waiter disguise, which is legal on the little car park area outside of the villa. He's brought that towards where he is going to be. So he's going to pull this kill off, dump him, and change disguise. I believe he's going to attempt before the guard comes up, which might be a little bit too much. I'd rather he just KO'd the guard. Might be asking for a bit too much here, potentially. He is holding an AR as well. Yeah, no, he's fine. Managed to pull it off. A little bit questionable in terms of could have easily been whooshed there, but not too bad. Escape just a stone's throw away. Still green guns. Escape, problem solved from mikuler. Should be green guns, silent SA, and that should be the victory to mikuler. Great performance from both players. Great game. It's gone on for coming up on 2 hours, so it's been quite a long one. It's gone the distance. We've seen all 5 maps, but GG to both players.
I will be his eyes and ears.
I meant why you.
Just waiting for the confirmation from Hans. It's looking good to me.
My guess is
There it
Edward's
is.
decision to
So
make
there
me
we
a
see.
herald is
So
not too
alternating
popular with
maps.
the
So it's
other
been a real game of tennis
with
between these guys. We saw Mikuler's take map 1 in Mumbai, Lewis take map 2 in Dubai, Mikuler's then back in Haven Island, Lewis then taking Marrakesh, and finally Mikuler's with the win
I
on
like you more already.
Mendoza. And yeah, what a roller coaster. It's been some ups and downs, Marrakesh being one of the main ones with a lot of table tennis back and forth, but a great game overall. So let's have a quick look at the brackets after this victory. Just give that a quick refresh if it's gone through. Not quite yet. So we now have another quarter-final or round 2 game ready to go. It'll be Chrome X who's now going to be meeting Mikuler. We've already got Blythe and Linux Penguin scheduled in. Well, it's not scheduled in yet, but it will be shortly. With 2 round 1 games left to play. One coming up in 9 minutes time, I believe, because I think these are shown in BST, so it is my UK time zone. And I think that one should be hosted by Crudy, I believe, as far as I'm aware. And then we have the Randy Speeds the Game as well, which is on Friday at 10 p.m. my time, so 23 CEST. And yeah, so an excellent game. So let's just have a quick look at the upcoming matches, which I have just described, but I hadn't changed scene, unfortunately. But there we go. Let me just refresh the wrong scene because I've not done this before, nor does it want to refresh. But I think that's my internet, to be honest, because it is starting to play up. I'm dropping some frames. But I have been through all the games anyway, so that's what's coming up. So we've got a game in just 8 minutes time, Crudy's channel. I think if someone can let me know if he's live already, because if so, I can send everyone over. If not, I might just hang on here until he's live. I'm not sure it's worth ending until he's gone live. At least if I knew how to raid, I'm sure I'll figure it out. So yeah, looks like that is going to be it anyway. So thanks to Hans for adminning our game here. Thanks for Joker for joining me for the first 2.5-ish maps. Not much else to say. Great game. GG to both players. Not much I can... Yeah, brilliant performances. Nice long game. Not long for the VOD. Nice and long for the VOD. Not nice for me to edit. But thanks everyone for watching. I'll catch you all later. And good evening, good night, and goodbye.